Hey, Michael, my Uncle Ken used to say all the time. It's one of my favorite things my Uncle Ken used to say, and Aaron Rodgers made me think of this as I spent the entire weekend reflecting on the fallout from Friday. My Uncle Ken used to tell me, he said, Michael, it is better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. I was like, that's right on time for Aaron Rodgers here. A couple of things, speaking of State Farm. USA Today got a statement from State Farm saying that they are standing by Aaron Rodgers, saying, quote, Aaron Rodgers has been a great ambassador for our company for much of the past decade. We don't support some of the statements that he has made, but we respect his right to have his own personal point of view. We recognize our customers, employees, agents, and brand ambassadors come from all walks of life with differing viewpoints on many issues. Our mission at State Farm is to support safer, stronger communities. To that end, we encourage vaccinations, but respect everyone's right to make a choice based on their personal circumstances. And according to Apex Marketing Group, 1.5% of State Farm ads had Rodgers in them on Sunday. That's down from 25% of State Farm ads the previous 2 Sundays. All right, Michael, a lot to unpack here still. A lot of leftover meat on this here bone. First thing I want to start with is, and I consider myself a critical thinker, and I did, and I did the research.
You and Aaron.
I did the research. I hate whenever somebody announces that they're a critical thinker, they're probably a dumbass. Because it's like, just show me, don't tell me.
It's about to be some dumb stuff. Some dumb stuff about to come. It's coming. Warning, like flash the screen. Something stupid's about to be said.
I've done the research. I've consulted with my team.
I'm a very intelligent person.
Right, exactly. And I've consulted with my team. And Michael, I can tell you today with confidence that Aaron Rodgers made history without playing yesterday. Because Aaron Rodgers is the first person, the first elite athlete in history to actually get the media, to get fans to side with the media. He is the first elite athlete in history to get the media to take the side, to get the media, to fans to take the side of the media, for fans to be sympathetic toward the media. And here's what I mean by this.
That's how you know you really suck. If the fans are siding with the media and not you, you suck.
Because here's the facts. Here's the facts of the situation. Aaron Rodgers did not produce a phony vaccine card. He didn't forge his vaccination status. Aaron Rodgers only lied to the media. Aaron Rodgers only lied or misled the people who didn't know. Because as I said last week, if I knew on August 26th what he meant by I'm immunized, and if I said on August 27th on this show exactly what he meant by I'm immunized and exactly what homeopathic procedure he'd undergone, if I knew that, how many people you think knew it before it got to me? Point being, the league knew, the team knew, his teammates knew. So for all the people saying Aaron Rodgers lied, I'm saying be more specific. He lied to the people who didn't know, as in the media. He operated as if he were vaccinated around the media by going to press conferences maskless. It remains to be seen how many protocols he may have violated behind the scenes, because the league is investigating that. But if he tested every day and socially distanced and was restricted in terms of his travel and wore a mask behind the scenes, just not in front of the media, the only people he lied to is the media. Now, you might say, well, the media represents the public. Well, here's the thing about the public, Michael. You and I both know that there is a huge divide. There's a culture war going on right now within the public over vaccines, vaccine mandates. Okay? And what I found, my unscientific research, my observation over the last few days,
anecdotal research from Michael Smith,
is that I think your opinion on Aaron Rodgers' August press conference and Friday appearance on Pat McAfee's show is rooted in where you stand on the vaccine mandates, whether or not you are vaccinated. Because, Michael, you and I both know this is about a lie. People don't give a damn about lying. We just had a dude occupying the White House that did it 5 times before he had breakfast. Okay?
Yeah.
There is an entire political party
That's
that
low.
is built on multiple
low.
big lies, that functions on multiple big lies, that thrives off lying and misinformation. Misinformation and lying is a way of life. So I don't believe that there are a lot of people out there who are pissed off that Aaron Rodgers lied that aren't in the very media that Aaron Rodgers spent an entire career making enemies within. He's got so many enemies in mainstream media, and he went to a show which passes for media in 2021, went to a friendly place and made a gargantuanly stupid, okay? Thank you for playing Should We or Should We Not Follow the Advice of the Gargantuanly Stupid or Galactically Stupid. Sorry, Galactically Stupid, that's the line. He made a galactically stupid,
galactically.
He made a galactically stupid calculation thinking that going on the offensive was the best way to combat the heat that he was taking. When in reality, he'd have been better off being consistent. Because at the press conference, he made a determination that, you know what, I don't owe anybody an explanation about what I've done to protect myself against COVID. It's private. I don't want to expose myself to the heat. He comes back on last Friday, does the opposite, and shows his whole ass. Makes an ass out of himself. Makes a complete ass out of himself.
I always love that phrase, by the way.
What,
I love that
show his
phrase.
whole
It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite. You showed your whole ass on that one.
Made a complete fool of himself. All he had to say was, I made a personal decision. In a statement, I made a personal decision not to get vaccinated. I never lied. Leave it at that. Instead, he went on the offensive, being defensive, and it backfired like a mug. Purveyor Health in Wisconsin, they dropped him. State Farm, for now, they're still with him. But he's getting criticized by a mainstream media that he tried to play. And because he went too far on Friday, he's got people, I've never seen this before, he has got people siding with the media.
Yeah, he does. And you know, Mike, I don't know if you've ever done this to get yourself out of trouble, to deflect, or, and I'm pretty sure of this, you've witnessed it from your kids. So you bring up an issue, and they start talking about something else. They ain't got nothing to do with what you're talking to them about. All right. Hey, why didn't you clean your room? Well, you know, I was talking to Johnny, and then Johnny like, hey, no. Why didn't you clean your room? And they start talking about all the other stuff. Well, hey, they didn't clean their room, and you know, you always asking me to clean my room, and you don't give me enough hugs or whatever. I mean, just whatever it is to kind of go around the world before we get to the issue. So I said this on Friday, and now that we have a little bit of time, everybody kind of relax. As you said, if you're for or against, that really kind of colors and informs where you come down on the Aaron Rodgers situation. If you are pro-vaccine, you probably are anti-Aaron Rodgers. If you're anti-vaccine, you're probably pro-Aaron Rodgers. And there was a lot of stuff there. So Aaron Rodgers said a lot of things that that SNL skit pointed out. So crazy that she wishes she had thought of it. Just crazy. Okay, so that's some crazy stuff. So Aaron Rodgers talked about the woke mob and cancel culture. And he talked about how nobody should be forced to do anything that they don't want to do with their body, right? Okay. So let's take a step back, Mike. Does the NFL have a vaccine mandate?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers fans realize this. There's no such thing as there is no vaccine mandate in the NFL.
Right.
There's no vaccine. No, there's no vaccine mandate. You either get it or you don't. And if you don't get it, it's a little tougher for you to navigate through the team facility, but you can still play, but you don't have to do it. In other words, nobody in the NFL can tell you what to do with your body. So that's a straw man who goes to his fiery death right there. That's one.
Mm-hmm. That's one.
Two, cancel culture. Oh, cancel culture, woke mob. Okay. As far as I know, the only organization that canceled Aaron Rodgers was a health group.
Right.
Yeah,
in Wisconsin.
They should cancel him.
Exactly.
In Wisconsin.
Exactly. Right.
They should.
Right.
They out here doing God's work saying, hey, you know what? We really are proponents of the COVID-19 vaccine, and they got their
Right.
spokesman saying, "No, I ain't about that life." Okay, it's
Right.
not a good fit. It's not being
Right.
canceled. It's like a breakup. It's a good breakup.
Right.
They
And
broke
here's
up.
State
They
Farm
should've broke
being
up a long
like,
time
we
ago.
good. State Farm like, we good.
State Farm
and
is
then
like,
and the Packers
we love
are
your
like,
commercials.
he's playing on Sunday whether he practices or not. So,
Okay,
no
that's what I'm saying.
cancellation.
The Green Bay Packers have not canceled Aaron Rodgers. They don't want Jordan Love to take the job over Aaron Rodgers. They want Aaron Rodgers vaccinated or not. They want him back.
Right.
So what are we talking about? There's no, like, he's going on, the woke mob and cancel
He told
culture
on himself.
and, you know, mandates. Look, hey, Aaron, you just didn't like somebody telling you, oh, no, you're not going to do it your way. You're going to do it our way. He didn't like that. He just didn't like to be told what he was going to do. And it's as simple as that. I ain't mad at him.
Mike.
And as a matter of fact, I'll say the last thing I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna give it back to you.
I don't know if his jersey sales have gone down or not. Like if I had a Green Bay Packers, if I had an Aaron Rodgers jersey, and if I was wearing jerseys, I like the Packers. I like the Packers ensemble. I like that green and gold. I like the looks. I'm not giving away the jersey. I'm not refusing to cheer for Aaron Rodgers. Still a great quarterback who said something stupid, who made up this whole narrative that's not true. All right.
Well, but just real quick on the timeline, though, Mike. You said he didn't want to be told. What was it you said? You said he didn't want to be told what to do.
He didn't want to be told what to do.
Yeah, but
he
here's
didn't want
the
to be
thing.
told what to do.
But he was being told what to do. Like again, let's come to find out, and nobody's unearthed this yet. And again, we all know what an NFL investigation means, but. Let's come to find out that he was not being tested daily per the protocols, or that he was violating all sorts of protocols besides not wearing a mask in front of the media. He was doing what he had to do in order to remain unvaccinated. Again, he didn't forge his vaccination status. So that's why I've always struggled with the lie thing, because people knew. People knew about it. People knew that so the issue is Aaron Rodgers tried to be slick instead of being slicker than a 6-year-old. Well, on the 26th, when he said, I'm immunized, and left it at that, and then doubled down on the dumb on Friday. If he'd have just listen, man, you know what the moral of the story is, Michael Holley? You know what the moral of the story is? The moral of the story is that shutting up is always free, and silence is golden, okay? And if Aaron Rodgers had just remained silent, released a statement, do what they do nowadays, put a little notes thing on IG or whatever, on Twitter, whatever you want to do, put a statement out saying, I've contracted COVID, I'm doing fine. It was a personal decision that I don't want to discuss publicly, but I decided not to get vaccinated. I said I was immunized on the 26th. That's what I believe to be the case. I decided to get vaccinated. Leave it there. Instead, see, this dude thinks he's unplugged from the Matrix. And if he thinks he's unplugged from the Matrix, he ought to know that everything begins with choice. All right? Everything begins with choice. So, okay, Aaron, you chose not to get vaccinated, which was your right. You chose that. You chose to do all kinds of research that counters all the actual scientific experimentation and research that went into developing these vaccines. You decided to do your own research. That's your choice, all right? You failed a COVID test. You tested positive for COVID, which, as you pointed out, the vaccine does not prevent you from testing positive for COVID. So you're not like anybody else who's tested positive, okay? It happens. He'd have been okay. The problem is when he went in on Friday, and instead of being not contrite, because he didn't commit a crime by catching COVID, but
right.
I would say instead of not displaying so much hubris, instead of not deciding, oh, okay, I'm gonna go at the woke mob and cancel culture, I'm gonna make this political. He decided, oh, okay, now I'm gonna get these hot takes off and dig a deeper hole for myself. So now, since you made that choice, we could choose to clown you. Okay, you can make those decisions. You can consult Joe Rogan, and I can call you an idiot. Okay, you could decide not to be vaccinated, and we can question your wisdom. Again, so smart till you're dumb sometimes. And this was one of those examples. This was galactically stupid PR on his part. This has become an unnecessary PR story when all he had to do was say, you know what? Yes, I said I was immunized. I thought I was. I won't get into it. But I decided it's a personal choice not to be vaccinated.
Right.
And he'd have left it there. There would be a lot more people, Michael, and you know this because there are so many people out there who identify with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, sure.
There'd be a lot more people right now, a lot fewer people at his neck right now. Friday did him no favors.
Okay. Well, yeah, I agree with that. But let me say this. As far as the lie thing, I like the way you put it. You're absolutely right. People lie all the time. And that's why I'm always not surprised, but I think Roger Goodell used to do this. I don't know if he's on it like this before, but early in his commissionership, is that correct? Is that correct? Is that
Yeah.
a thing? Commissionership, whatever it is.
Sure.
But his first few years, how about this? His first few years of being commissioner, he used to get really, really upset, little prickly, when people would lie to him. And, you know, it's always their way of doing things when they're trying to build a paper trail against a player and they want to show the public their version of, they're transparent when they want to be transparent, and then they're a little secretive when it's something that really matters to them. But they're transparent when it comes to players. So with a player, like when Michael Vick lied to Roger Goodell, you know, Goodell put out this letter. You know, you have done this, and you lied to me. You lied to me. You know what people usually do? I'm gonna tell you something. I hope this doesn't burst anybody's bubble. When people find themselves in trouble, especially when there's a lot of money on the line, and their careers are at stake, they lie. They lie. They lie to protect themselves. They usually start lying. And it's not personal against Roger Goodell or anybody else. They're just trying to protect themselves. So they start lying. So you can't take it personally. That's what they do when they get in trouble. So I don't really think about lying like that. I'm not really like, oh, I'm personally offended. But I got to tell you, I disagree with you on
which part?
Whether Aaron Rodgers lied or not. He did. Because what he said was, yes, I'm immunized. And then 30 seconds later, he said, I don't judge those who are unvaccinated.
No, Michael,
That's a lie.
Maybe I
You
misspoke.
unvaccinated.
Wait, hold on. No, maybe I misspoke, or maybe you misunderstood, or I implied the wrong thing, you inferred the wrong thing. No,
he lied to the media. You say he lied to the media, but not.
I'm being specific about to whom he lied. That's all I'm talking about because it wasn't a secret. You can't lie about something that's well known. And I'm telling you, if I knew it enough to say it on this show, it wasn't a secret. He did lie in that moment. Of course he did. I mean, you can call it whatever you want, obfuscate. He was trying to be slick. He was wordplay, verbal gymnastics, whatever you want to call it. In that moment on the 26th, we all heard it. I'm not arguing with that. I'm simply saying that what he chose to do, which was not divulge all of his medical history or decision making. This is what I want you. This is what I want to be clear on. I want to be clear. What he chose to do is not an unpopular stance. There are a lot of people, and they've come out since Friday, who side with Aaron Rodgers. Right.
It's not your business.
That the idea,
I don't have to tell you.
idea of what he lied about is rooted in the premise that being unvaccinated is wrong. Again, lying about it is rooted in the premise that being unvaccinated is wrong, and we're in the midst of a culture war right now where there are a lot of people, like it or not, we can think what we want about them, but they exist. They made a choice to not get vaccinated. We make the choice to judge them. As you said before, there's judgment attached to it. So what this all comes down to is Aaron Rodgers, for whatever reason, not wanting to be judged on August 26th, apparently. But then on November 6th or November 5th, deciding to expose himself for who he really is, for us to make the choice to clown him for who he really is and to criticize him for who he really is. Last but not least,
you know what?
Invoking and quoting or misquoting Martin Luther King Jr., which the irony of that, you start off going at the woke mob. You're quoting Martin Luther King Jr. to do what? illustrate your wokeness? So like, which one is it?
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So you weaponize MLK.
By the way,
he made so many unnecessary, unforced errors on Friday.
Yeah.
And he could have avoided this entire fallout from Friday if he'd have just released a simple statement saying, I made a personal decision not to get vaccinated. Because there's a lot of people out there, again, it doesn't compute for us because you and I are vaccinated. Our entire households are vaccinated. There wasn't a mandate necessary for me and you, Michael. You know why? They ain't had to mandate us. We was first in line when it's time to get vaccinated. But there are people out there right now who are waging entire political campaigns and who are operating from a place of not only do they not agree with the vaccine or not want the vaccine, but the mandate is so polarizing. And so Aaron Rodgers brought this on himself unnecessarily by going on Pat McAfee on Friday. Not the 26th, because he could have survived the 26th, and he'll still survive it ultimately.
Right.
He's not getting canceled. Friday was the worst thing he could have done.
Couple more quick things on this, and then we just move on. You ever remember this? Do you remember how you felt when you were a kid? I remember this vividly. When I was a kid, I've been 11, 12 years old, and I hear old people. I thought they were old. They're about my age, though. Now, I hear old people use slang, and they get it wrong. And they use it in the wrong context, and I would just cringe. I'm like, stop.
We probably do that ourselves.
Okay, no.
Okay, you sure?
Because we're asking for explanations of cap and no cap. Like, what does that
Right.
mean? Could you use it in a sentence, please? First definition, second definition, please. What does that mean? So, I say all that to say, people stop saying woke. You got stop.
Oh, that's been but that's been co-opted though.
Stop saying woke.
You know what that is?
Stop saying.
You know what that is?
Y'all just messing it up. You're messing it up. You're not getting it right. You're not saying it right.
No, they're not messing it up.
Right. They're messing it
No,
up.
they're not messing it up. No, they're not messing it up at all. That's the intent. The intent is to try to claim it and weaponize it.
They don't get
it.
Like cancel, like cancel culture. They
they get it. No, they, capital T, know exactly what they're saying when they say woke. It's being used as a pejorative. It's being used as an insult. It's being used as a dog whistle. It's being used as a right-wing Republican MAGA talking point. So, and Aaron Rodgers showed himself to be one of them. Like one of them guys in more ways than one. So it's not being misused, it's being abused.
It's being abused, but I think if everybody, like in that Saturday Night Live skit, we didn't show the whole thing, the governor of Virginia, and he's asked, hey, what is critical race theory? Well, something that got me elected, but I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
So
Right.
if you need to go to the origin, I understand it's being used as a pejorative. I got it. But if you're asked to show your work, they could not show their work. They have no idea what the concept is anyway. That's one. Two,
Right.
I just say quickly, I'm just always amazed at people, Michael, no matter what your political leaning. I'm always amazed at people who don't take advantage of the resources that are available to them. I can tell you, so we're doing a show right now. You can call it a TV show, you can call it a podcast or whatever. But if I could just call on the most knowledgeable TV person at all time, like if I had Rachel Maddow on, like anytime I had a TV question and I could call up Rachel Maddow and she would call me back within 30 minutes and say, yes, this is how I do my thing without a prompter. That would be very helpful. Okay, that's just, if you, in your profession, if you have resources, the top resources in the country available to you, why wouldn't you use them? Aaron Rodgers and others, he's not the only one.
Right.
Why do these people just go by the doctors and the specialists who are available to them? If you have questions about COVID, if you have questions about the vaccine, if you want to be a dad and you're afraid that the vaccine will make you sterile, you can call up somebody and they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't understand.
Aaron Rodgers, I guarantee you, Anthony Fauci would have called Aaron Rodgers if he'd have tried to reach out to Anthony Fauci.
Anybody.
He could have
all-
gotten him on the phone.
All these leagues, all these
Michael,
professional athletes have
like
the
I said,
best help available to them, and they're guessing.
Aaron Rodgers decided when he got COVID to consult Joe Rogan. He made the choice to consult Joe Rogan. I can make the choice to call you a dumbass. My choice, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got your opinion, I got mine. Since we got opinions about science now, that's my opinion about your research. In this context, Aaron Rodgers is an idiot.